Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. Let's go ahead and take a look at the JASMY price set once again, as we can see that for the most part we have got a red market right across the board. People are obviously asking, aren't we supposed to be having altcoins by now? But I think that this what we see right now is just because of two main events that we have tomorrow. So in the next 48 hours, obviously, I anticipate crazy amount of volatility. We've been having this actually ever since Monday. But this time around, it actually feels very much different. Usually when we have an event that the market is awaiting, if the market is perceiving it to be bullish, we expect the price to, really rally towards the upside. And then, of course, when that day comes, there is a sell-off that usually comes right there. This time around, yes, we're anticipating that, on the 30th of July, which is tomorrow, the White House is going to be dropping their crypto policy report. And this may actually be including whether they're going to be, acquiring more Bitcoin and more other crypto assets, just as, the president campaigned on that. So we'll see about that. One would imagine that if they announce something like that, the market really rallies. But for one reason or the other, the market is going towards the downside. Another big event that we have tomorrow still is the Fed meeting, and you can already see that, things are very much clear also when you look at the odds of whether the Fed is going to be cutting or not. People are anticipating, like with a weight of 99.9%, that they're going to be keeping those weights, constant as they have been for a very long time. However, if a surprise comes in here, that is going to be rocket fuel for the rest of the market. And I also have to say that we have been following these Fed meetings over and over, and we haven't seen anything like what we are seeing today. Like the week just starts, there is massive positive news about the EU deal, and the stock market never rallied or anything like that. Actually, crypto dumped. I think that there is just something that is hidden about this whole thing. It just feels different. But whatever I'm going to be saying right now is just literally, it's just from a gut feeling. Just take it for that. I actually think that we are going to be seeing either of the two things. We're going to be seeing either Jerome Powell come and say that we're going to be cutting maybe by, 0.25 basis points, or he is going to be sounding much more dovish with his press conference, because that's what the market wants to hear. They want future guidance. And I think that they're going to probably be indicating that if they don't cut tomorrow, they're going to be cutting in September. And that, of course, actually is also bullish news for the market. So we'll see how the day progresses, actually. But it's going to be volatile, really. And I think it's going to be volatile in both directions, actually. So coming back here to the JASMY price, I think we can try to understand what the chart itself is saying, because, they're saying, show me the chart and I will show you the news. What we have been looking at for a very long time here for JASMY is one indicator called the 50-daily moving average. And we have said at length that, look, whenever you are 50-daily moving average, this is when you have had this what I call magic moments. So if I may just go back and refer to this one more time, just as I do time and again, you can see this rally here of 200%. You can see this one 163%. You can see 354%. You can see 154% here for JASMY after that 50-daily moving average has been crossed. And guess what? We are above that 50-daily moving average one more time. And I have said that, of course, we have also seen that at times the chart rallies just a little bit and then it comes back to backtest that 50-daily moving average. Once that is case, we usually see price swinging up one more time here, just as we saw it do right here. And then also we can refer to this moment that you had to backtest it before you were actually letting go of the price right there. So I think that is exactly what is happening right now. However, our price for the 50-daily moving average is at like 1.44 cents. Right now the price is sitting at 1.6 cents. So we would need at least a little bit of a drop right here, right around like an 8%. I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest with you, unless you're probably on a 10x leverage. That can actually be very much detrimental. But I think that right now I can survive an 8%, right? If this whole thing actually turns out to be the support that we want here for JASMY and the thing that we have seen in the past, this is where our bull market actually starts here for JASMY. And I'm actually very much optimistic, as you can tell, but we'll see what eventually happens by there. I think that the volatility that we are seeing from the market is nothing but just the market being cautiously optimistic, right? Usually when there is too much euphoria in the market, we tend to see price rallying before events like these ones and then dump immediately. This time is going to be a little bit different. Obviously, it's a wrong way of approaching markets when you say this time is different. But just as I said, from a gut feeling, I think that we are looking very much good here. So maybe a little bit of a drop, crazy volatility up, down until these two events are resolved. But other than that, I think that we are still very much on pace we're anticipating high price targets as high as 23 cents here for JASMY, and at best, if we're very much lucky, 32 cents is also a price target that I'm anticipating here for JASMY. So the setup is there. The main support that we are looking for right now at this point is that 50 daily moving average. I just want to try this right now with you to try and see if we can figure out if any Fibonacci retracement level is appearing right there. If we want to take the reference of the bottom here until the top, we can also see that that is also around the same area of the 0.61 Fibonacci retracement level, and this actually is a very much common support level for JASMY. So we have confluence right there, and I'm kind of and I'm very optimistic for what's about to happen in the market. So yes, the next 48 hours are going to be crucial. Up down is going to be a washing machine, but I think that after all has been said and done, we are still going to be at the positive side of this whole thing here for JASMY and the rest of the market, to be honest with you. So I want to thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and I'll see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.